this week on the Isaac Carree Show.
Do you enjoy gospel music, the gospel music that's being released today?
I don't really know a lot of it, to tell you the truth.
First off, they done get that boy a show. Some of y'all like, hell nah. But heaven only knows what he gon' say. On any given day, it might be cray. Still gonna be at church on Sunday, yeah. It's about life and love and all of the above, yeah. Only God can judge, that ain't me. You can speak your truth, ain't nothing they can do. It's a safe space without the Carree.
We back. Part 2 of the Producers Roundtable. I got Blac Elvis, Keyz, Lil Ronnie, Jazze Pha. Yo, we got to finish this conversation. Jazze, you can answer this question and be honest, y'all. Because I feel like y'all being super safe. I feel like y'all being super safe. And I'm not trying to get y'all to come at nobody. If your answer is your answer, but I want y'all to be comfortable to tell the truth. Do you enjoy gospel music, the gospel music that's being released today? Honestly. Not the stuff you doing. But if you come across a gospel song and you hear it, do you be like, nah, that right there, ooh? Or is it kind of like, oh, God?
I don't really know a lot of it, to tell you the truth.
That's a fair answer, because neither do I.
I love Tasha Cobb. Because, I mean, I came from praise and worship. You know what I'm saying? I started, I being with my uncle and all of them, I sang in the choir. So, I was really, but I wasn't ever really into it like that. Yeah. Besides, I was at the, back on Hezekiah Walker and all of that.
Yeah.
But John P. Key, right where y'all was jamming.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I loved it back then.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But and then the contemporary came with Commission and Wines and Men of Standard, and, you know what I'm saying? And everybody like that. But like as of recent, it's just so much.
Yeah,
so
it's
much.
a lot. It's a lot to take in.
I just jammed to the old stuff.
Yeah. What about you, Elvis? Do you enjoy gospel music? Like,
I mean, I love the old stuff. I think the new stuff is too wordy, and I don't know where they're getting these words from because it's not biblical either.
Ooh,
come on, Elvis.
It's not. I'm like, they be just saying something. I mean, I listen to some of the stuff, man. I be like, what is that? Like, where does that come? Where does that come from? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not like that it's touching anybody. See, I'm a huge fan of emotion, right? I believe the music that we've all created, we know how to invoke emotion. I saw Al Green when I was maybe been about 18, 19. I was playing for the Barcades. He's on the show. We did a PBS special for something. It was a PBS special. It was Michael McDonald, the Barcades, and Al Green on the show.
Good God, that was a lineup.
Let me tell you something.
Good God almighty.
Al Green came out and did Love and Happiness, and turned around and everybody was drinking, had their drink up and smoking, and then he turned around and did Amazing Grace, and everybody put the drink down and start worshiping. And so right then and there, I understood that music was the most powerful communicator on the planet, right? It's universal. Yeah. And so I understand that when I create music, I'm thinking about the emotion I want to invoke on the audience. Because that's what it does. It's a communicator, right? And so now when the people are up there singing, doing praise and worship, they're talking about all this stuff, I'm like, that ain't in the Bible.
Right.
I ain't never heard that before.
Right.
So if you up there making up your own words or your own interpretation, right? Or your own truth, because truth is just perception.
Right.
Right? It ain't factual. So if you just up there saying stuff, what you spreading across this congregation?
Yeah.
And why you up there ministering? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So a lot of that stuff is like, hey man, and you have to have discernment about what people are really saying, and you have to take that stuff in consideration. So
yeah.
I just think there's no real guidance in gospel music.
Okay,
because there's no power in the pulpit either.
Ooh, Good God from heaven.
So,
Key. Now me and Keyz to my audience. Me, Keyz and Ronnie don't have that problem because we get word at our church.
Yeah, for sure.
We definitely get word at our church.
And like I feel there's two sides of gospel music, right?
Oh.
Ronnie gonna always be optimistic. Go.
No, but this is what I really feel because this is what I live in. Like when I go to church, I want to hear the old school gospel joints I grew up on, right?
Yeah.
Mix with a little, different stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because like I don't like the what is it? CDM?
CCM.
CCM.
I got so much to say.
I can't get with that. You know what I'm saying? It don't do nothing for my soul while I'm at church. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why I say it's two sides to gospel because you have what you want to hear and what you grew up on, right? And then you have the gospel music that you would play in your car,
right? Yep.
Or when you waking up. So the stuff that would play in the car, I don't know what that is because I don't listen to it every day.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So, but when I go to church, I know what I want to feel.
Right.
I know what I want to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like to me, when me and Jay White did Carree and Hawthorne's album, that's like what you want to hear in your car.
Want to hear in your car.
Gotcha.
You want to hear something bumping. You want to
go
to the grocery store. You want to go jamming. But like
when you go to church,
when I go to church, I want to hear that other side of gospel.
Right. Gotcha. What's your take, Keyz?
Be
honest, Keyz.
I might go on a little rant right here.
Go.
If I'm honest. Okay, so Elvis says okay. It's so much to this topic about the music. To Elvis' point, like I be in church, bro, and I'm looking at the screen and I'm like, I'm lost. I don't know what you're talking about. Then it's that part. Then number two, it's the song part. It's like it's too wordy. It's not a good song. It's just not a good song. Yeah. And it gets tricky because we talking about God. So I'm not trying to make it a spiritual thing as far as like the reverence of God. He's worthy of all our words, right? But I'm just saying as far as the song is concerned, it's a bad song. And maybe it's just us because of what we do and we know what a good song is. But when I'm in church, I'm like, this is so bad. The melody is terrible.
It don't take that many words to praise.
It don't take that many words, bro. And that's what they understood back in the day.
Thank you, Lord.
Now, this is my rant part. When it come to black churches and it come to the songs that we are, where we come from, what we are, everything that we are, we talk about it all the time. We don't do nothing white. We don't eat nothing white. We don't, at the barbecue, we ain't, what's a white food? I got a bunch of white friends. Shout out to my white friends.
Ambrosia salad.
Ambrosia.
We don't do nothing. We go to a party, ain't nobody putting on Taylor Swift. But when we go to church, we singing these white people songs. And if you listen to these, their culture is emulating their culture. So if you listen to Maverick City,
go ahead.
If you listen to Maverick City or Elevation, play Coldplay. It's the same format.
Oh yeah, same thing.
Wow.
Coldplay.
Play Maroon 5. Because they're emulating their culture, just like we did with Commission and
Minister did that with Commission and Wine, right? We emulated our culture.
Yeah. So I don't understand how black people are singing white songs. I just don't. Cause it don't like you said, it don't even. And I'm not saying all the songs. There's some really good. There's some really good songs.
Definitely.
Yes.
I'm not saying everything, but for us to, and I'm not even talking about our church, or I'm just talking about what's the culture in general. For us to embody the CCM world like that, it's like it's not meant for us.
So then I heard a 1, 2 step. I said, let me speed it up a little bit. And I said, let me see you 1, 2 step. I love it when you 1, 2 step. That 1, 2 step.
Gone.
We'll be speed it. I was
I feel like it's not a this or that. I feel like it's a this and that. I feel like everybody should be able to do everything. Here's my problem. My problem is when you put our sound on the sideline,
Right.
to bring on somebody else's sound, it sends a signal that our sound ain't good enough no more.
But also to my
You
point,
don't see choirs no more.
Yeah.
Choir sing once a month.
Right.
for sure.
You know, you don't get that feeling no more. So it feels like what we do, it comes across like what we do it's played out and ain't good enough no more.
But let me say this.
What you do ain't selling records.
But let me, and that's my next point. When it comes to black music, black gospel artists, when we got into this like call and response, like worship records and John P. Key and all that stuff kind of stopped. That's where like black music started, like black gospel music started dying. It was all this, Lord, you like, and then you say that like that call and response stuff. The song stopped being good. You know what I'm saying? So black
said, Lord, you're good, but the song stopped being good.
And I'm not saying that record, but you know what I'm saying? The call and response, and you say, it's like,
and you say,
bro. So them hymns and them songs, them
hit different.
They hit different.
Them hymns hit different.
They hit different. Them words. So it's like black artists, black gospel artists aren't off the hook. Black gospel, I said it, are not off the hook because they have a duty of writing better songs too.
So what do y'all say when I had an episode on my on last season where I was talking to an executive? Hold on, I was talking to an executive and keep it a buck. When he says, don't nobody want to hear all them runs, all that hard singing, and black gospel music ain't selling. Don't nobody want to hear all that.
No, he was dead wrong. He was dead wrong for what he said, and it's to my. But the point is, black gospel artists have a responsibility of making good records, and like John P. Key, Hezekiah Walker, our pioneers, I feel like they stopped kind of putting out music because of whatever was going on in the culture. But we want to hear that's who we are. The singing and you know what I mean? Like,
so this is what I think. I think the full conversation that goes back around to R&B and where music is now, right? So I don't think he's wrong on what he said. I feel he was coming from a business side.
Okay.
Now we're coming from a side of we're talking about what we feel in church, right? So when I say I want to feel a certain way in church, that has nothing to do with record sales.
Well, for sure.
Got you.
Right.
And where he's coming from is if we sing that, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be on the charts and we can't pay our bills.
Gotcha.
Right? And it's almost the same thing in our culture right now when we're talking about R&B and hip hop. They want to hear the youngest ratchet rappers singing WAP or singing anything else. When we saying, man, we want a song that means something. Where's the love songs? Where's the 90s? Where's that? So I kind of feel they're in the same place.
Got it. That's a good point. That's a good point.
But I just feel, like I said, it's two sides to gospel. You got the business sides that you're trying to be on the charts, and you got when I go in church,
what you want to feel.
What I want to feel.
I don't.
You don't care about no charts.
I don't care. I want them old songs. Just like we want them 90s songs. We want the 90s and the 80s songs. It's really the same thing.
It's the same argument.
But let me ask you this: isn't that the reason why gospel has never really caught up to the mainstream world? Because I hear it all the time, and Isaac said it a couple times here. Gospel artists don't have the same budgets as mainstream. Right. You know what I mean? Artists.
Well, I'm glad you're saying that because I'm on a different side of the business, so I understand analytics in a different way. Right. So one of my biggest songs in my catalog is a gospel song.
Okay.
And it's called Better Days by Leandra Johnson. I have a lot of number ones. What happens with gospel music, right? You have, it only can go so far, right? But R&B and rap shoots up the charts. So we're up on a mountaintop. It comes down. We 10 years, right? Gospel does this, and then the gospel song evens out with your hit song. Because the gospel song never goes nowhere.
Right.
It plays on every radio station.
People still playing
They
Clean
go
This
play
House.
it. They go play it no matter what.
Right.
Because it's what's stuck to your soul. You know what I'm
Ooh,
saying?
that's good,
So
Ronnie.
it doesn't shoot up the charts,
Right.
but it never goes anywhere.
That's
And
good.
That's Ronnie, that's so doggone
That's
good.
good, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why that's good. Because, bro, here is the thing at which it kind of baffles me why gospel music is not outselling every other music in the world. We have built-in infrastructures. There's a church on every block. There's churches everywhere. So you imagine if I take 5 major churches just in the city of Atlanta, 5. I ain't talking about all the churches we got.
Right.
If I take 5 major churches in the city of Atlanta and they all got behind gospel music, those sales would go up the charts. What happens is, the reason Ronnie's point is so strong is because I could put out a song, like me and Ronnie did Clean This House in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
I still sing Clean This House to this day.
Right now.
And there, I go places sometimes and people are like, oh my God, like, whoa! I'm like, do you not know this song is older than my producer? You know what I'm saying? So it's like literally, it keeps going. It keeps going.
Yeah.
It keeps going. Yeah. And you can live off the catalog forever. Whereas R&B, you gotta tour. You gotta go to the top. And then clubs ain't doing concerts.
Right.
I can go to a Change Church, or I can go to First Ebenezer and sing my songs for 10, 15 years. Whereas you're as hot as your last song in mainstream. So to your point, that is a good point where how gospel has a slow grow.
Yeah.
We have a slow grow.
steady
R&B,
grow.
R&B has a you gotta go.
Yeah.
Right.
And I just think that sometimes I think one of the problems is, and this is a shout out to my genre, we don't have outlets.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, we don't have no television outlets. We don't have no outlets to go on.
Right. And to Ronnie's point, he's right. But what happens is that's also why it stays where it's at, because there's no space. I've been on the gospel side and did some amazing work there. And when it comes to radio, it's only 30 radio stations or something?
Well, it's less now because a lot of them start after the pandemic. A lot of Philly doesn't have a major gospel station anymore.
Yeah.
I think Detroit closed theirs. So you got major cities that had FM radio stations that were syndicated, and now they're closed. So now a lot of gospel stations are still AM, bro.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
But that's that thing that Elvis is talking about. Like, I like these type of conversations because I'm thinking in my head, like, what can we do, to build this infrastructure up and capitalize on, the missing pieces? If it ain't no more Bobby Jones show, just like it ain't no more 106 in Park.
Right.
Right.
But
so Isaac Carree is the remedy.
There you go.
So give me a bag.
Talking to Ronnie.
Right, give me a bag, Ronnie. Well, he'll tell me and Ronnie, that's interesting you said that, because me and Ronnie was talking a few weeks ago, well, by the time this comes out, a few months ago, when Richard Smallwood passed away. And Ronnie's such a businessman. Ronnie called me, was like,
don't tell it. No.
Okay, yep, you're right. But nonetheless, we had a great conversation, because to Elvis's point, and what Ronnie and I was talking about is infrastructure.
Correct.
Like trying to put hosts, and here's the thing, not an infrastructure, this is what I love about y'all, not an infrastructure that just makes me rich, but everybody can win.
Absolutely.
Where everybody can win. And I think gospel, I feel like, I think the thing came out, gospel music is dead. Gospel music will never die.
Never.
It will never die. Do I feel like we sometimes need to be resuscitated, or we may need some defibrillators to bring life back into it? Absolutely, because we don't have outlets. We don't have. That's why I created this platform, not just for my gospel artists, but I want my people. I want mainstream. I want athletes. I want everybody to come on the Isaac Carree Show. But I also want to always keep a door open for my people, because where else they gonna go for people to hear their stories? Oh, I know your song, but who are you? Right. You sing that? My grandma love that song. But let me know who we are.
But let me ask you something. Is the Isaac Carree Show LLC or C Corp?
We'll talk offline.
Okay, cool.
We'll talk offline. I have my whole team there. We have
y'all hear that team? Okay,
hey, you know my turn. Call Heather.
I
don't know. Is Heather the one that was in that suit?
No, Heather was not the one. He said, was Heather the attorney when I sued you? Because don't call her.
But look,
it wasn't Heather.
The reason why I asked that, though, because, and I think I may have had this conversation with Jazze offline. It's like, when we start stuff, right, and we talking about infrastructure, you take every black billionaire, right, and put all their money together, we still don't hit $100 billion, right? And if you look at Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Elon, all these guys are worth $500 and $600 billion a piece, right?
Jesus.
And so you take somebody like a Tyler. Can you invest in Tyler Perry right now?
You said who?
Can you buy a Tyler Perry stock?
I don't think so. I don't know.
You can't. Can you buy Oprah Winfrey stock?
No.
No, you cannot. And so when we build things off our back, and we don't build corporations. So now you can't be enriched if you're not a C Corp to where I can come and invest, and now you issue an IPO, right?
Talk that talk, boy.
When we're building things thinking about ourselves versus you got to build infrastructure and corporations so the world and investors can invest into what you're doing. We've had plenty of conversations about,
and you've been whooping me with this conversation.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so when you talk about the mindset and infrastructure, that's why I tell everybody, they're like, man, what you doing? You know, you produce. I'm like, I'm building infrastructure. Like, that's what it's all about. Same thing with Lil Ronnie, then went out and built a whole, complex.
A complex. We got
You know what I'm
studio,
saying?
pickleball courts.
everything.
It's like
The
it's
whole
a
nine.
movie.
So now, in next, I'm like, Lil Ronnie, you looking for investors? You know what I'm saying? How's this set up? Because that's the only way we're gonna grow. Like, if I can't go and raise, $10 to $15 million, you know what I mean, on from a VC investment or a PE firm, right? Then I'm not building infrastructure. I'm just building money so I can get rich and my kids can, all of us made a whole bunch of money. Ain't nobody gonna benefit from that but my family. When I die, my kids get my catalog. You see what I'm saying? You ain't benefiting from it. But think about if I would have built a corporation when I started producing, right? And everybody being able to pour in money into the vision. Think about if Ronnie would have came to all of us and like, hey man, I'm building a studio. And hey, y'all want to get in? I would have probably said, oh yeah, but 15 or 20 other people were like, man, nah, I don't believe in that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I want my own.
I want my own.
Right.
That's the mentality that we have. And so we'll never really build wealth until we start thinking differently.
That's so good. Jazze, last point on gospel. You now have a partner with one of your best friends,
Javon
Dewan.
Javon Dewan and the Trap Stars.
And the Trap Star. So your whole vibe and your contribution that you're making to gospel music is countering the sound that in the conversation we've been talking about what you're trying to do. Like I just jumped on a record with Javon and the squad.
February 27th.
Yeah, February 27th. You got Blanco Black. You got Gas Money.
Blanco Brown.
Brown. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You got Blanco Brown.
Yeah.
And I knew that too.
Shout out to Blanco, man.
Gas
Blanco.
Money.
Shout out to Blanco.
You got yourself, Dewan, Javon, and myself. And like I'm looking at the way y'all have built it.
Yes.
Had songs with Zacardi and all these different people. And I'm like, the way y'all are building this thing is so opposite of where gospel is, but it's cutting through because y'all creating y'all own platform. It's almost like the Tyler Perry concept. It's like, oh, y'all ain't gonna let us in? Y'all not gonna invite us in?
Right.
Okay, we'll build our own road. We'll create our own way.
With Javon, you know what I'm saying? He's a visionary.
Yes, he is.
He's a visionary. So,
And we talk about Javon like he ain't here. My
Right,
brother's
right,
sitting right over
Javon
there.
yeah.
Shout out to Javon, yeah.
So when you talk about Javon, you are talking about Tyler Perry, but you're also talking about myself. You're talking about he's got those attributes, like he come from, over there helping Tricky build his empire as well.
Yeah.
Tricky Stewart with The Dream, and like the first time I saw The Dream, he brought The Dream and Esther Dean over there to Patchworks with me. So
Wow.
And Blue Cantrell and all of these different people to the business. And so he's been around the business and always been, he was doing choreography. So he was always into and shoots film.
Yeah.
And all of that. So when you start seeing the visuals and everything, it's like all inclusive to everything that he encompasses. Like from football, because he was a quarterback. That's very important.
Okay.
When you call him plays.
Yeah.
And when you're appointed.
That's good.
And when you,
I walked in that video shoot. This man was the director, the artist, the stylist,
everything.
I said,
grabbed your
Javon,
napkin
what are
and-
we doing here?
Yes, everything. I mean, everything. You know what I'm saying? So when when I want somebody that can close, you know what I'm saying, and then just a giver.
Yeah.
Just a giver, man, and a lover of God. You know what I'm saying? And he'll call you and be like, man, I was sitting in the sauna, I was praying for everybody.
Yeah.
I prayed for you, and I'm talking about specific prayers. I ain't talking about just God bless Jazze. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, God bless Jazze on his weight loss, on and whatever he's doing today, whatever is challenging him, whatever he's going through, whatever he's facing, everything. Like, so when you find somebody who gives that much, and me and him never had an argument. Of course, we're gonna debate or whatever we're gonna do because we building.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about Trap Stars for a second. Talent revolving around purpose.
That's a trap.
That's the trap. That's the new trap.
hard.
So when you
hard.
take the trap and then okay, now with him, he's got a concept in his head, but then you got Gas writing songs over here coming from where he came from, working with R. Kelly, working with all those different people. And then myself, who grew up church. I grew up gospel. I grew up so I'm going to help guide them, when they get somewhere where get a little rocky.
Yeah.
I'm like, now take that and turn it like that.
Yeah.
But if you don't really come from the church, it's not gonna sound churchy. It ain't gonna sound churchy, but sometimes it will because you got a brother like me. It's just a perfect thing. It's
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Like even when I was doing the song, like the song is so not churchy, but stay with me. It's so not churchy, right?
Yeah.
But there was a moment where we created the church. So what it did was it ties in what these young kids like, what this new generation likes, but it had enough to grab grandma and them and auntie and them. So I was like, I just appreciate your contribution, man, to not just what you've done in mainstream hip hop, R&B, pop, and all the things you've done, but even saying, yo, I'm going back to my roots. And
the feeling.
The
feeling. You know what I'm saying? We come from, I was born.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My daddy sang, but he was 16 years old playing behind Otis Redding.
Crazy.
When you hear Kanye and
Jay-Z.
that's my daddy playing the bass.
On Otis?
Yeah. It's my daddy, he's 17 years old.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? So we talk about the soul.
Feeling, bro.
And so that and Javon's favorite group is the Temptations. So when you talk about the Temptations, you talk about choreography.
Yeah.
You're talking about the look. You know what I'm saying? They were always tight, dressed to the nines. And then second favorite group, New Edition. So you're talking about tight. You're talking about super tight. They can all do the same routine in 5 different cities at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how tight it's got to be. I mean, so we talking about feeling, man. It's just talking when you talking about when you put the feeling in it, and once you hear, 10X My Blessings, which is coming on the 27th. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's out now.
Well, it's out. It's out. It's out. You know
Jazze Pha had a commercial doing the doggone Grammys and the Super Bowl. I was sitting in the crib watching the game. I said, ching, ching.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
I said, but bro, that's God's favor,
God's
bro.
good, man.
Yeah, for sure.
God's favor.
God is
When you take care of God's business, He'll take care of yours.
Oh, yeah.
But and that's the thing, man. People really think because we produce a certain type of music that we're not connected.
Come on now.
That's a whole.
Come on,
wait a minute.
come on now.
Like,
That's a
man,
good.
like we probably spend more time with God than talking to God than anybody.
Sometimes,
in the streets.
Yes.
yeah.
And talking to, I got homies that I've literally led to Christ and led to tithing and led to in the studio while weed smoking is in the air, drinks is flowing. Like we're in those environments of like the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
I was
really
telling people, not to cut you off, but I was telling
no.
people when COVID came, I said, oh yeah, y'all see now, huh? Welcome to our kind of wilderness. This is where we live. This is where we thrive right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't never make so many records. You know what I'm saying? With my friends, I'm like, oh, now I got your full attention. You ain't got nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sometimes Christianity can come across like it's a country club. If you don't do it our way, the way we want it done, then you're not saved. And my pastor did a series a few years ago, maybe even last year, but I think it was a couple of years ago now. It was called For the Streets.
Okay.
And his whole concept with that series was like there are different streets and sectors that certain people are in. You have entertainment, you have education, you have, come on, Change Church members, government. It was maybe 1 or 2 more, right?
I should know.
He said, here's the thing. You can be in this sector and you've been told because you do this, you can't love God. You can't be saved. Because if you saved, you wouldn't do that. Right. He's like, but you have to take God on the street that you're on. Because here's the thing. Y'all have been in rooms that I, as a singer, as a person, will never go in. Y'all have an opportunity to take God in that room. But if it's based off how I see it, y'all ain't saved.
Yeah.
So I'll never get in that room. So that person will never get a chance to hear and see the love of Jesus Christ because I'll never get there. Yeah. But if y'all got God on y'all just take God where y'all go. Absolutely. And I don't think the church has done an amazing job at making sure that we empower actors who may have to do a sex scene. They acting. Yeah. A basketball player who may get pissed off and cut somebody else or cuss a referee out. Yeah. Oh, he ain't safe. He going to hell. Right. Or it's like they could have a relationship with God, but we have deemed this, it has to be our way, this way. And I know my Bible thumpers are going to go push back on me when I say this because they're going to go with every scripture and they're going to take this clip and say, this is another example of a gospel artist sitting around with producers that don't know God. I know this show has perverted him. They're going to do all that. And you know, people who aren't reasonable, you can't reason with them. Right. So I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to people who have open minds, who understand that for God so loved the world, not the church, not the bishops, not the gospel artists, he loved the world, everybody. And so that's so good. I love that about y'all.
What's up, fam? Listen, a lot of people love God, but they don't necessarily have a system to grow in God. That's why I'm bringing you this journal. It's called Me, Myself, and God by our executive producer, Dominique Danielle. She was telling me, man, sometimes when my study times, my thoughts are all over the place, and I needed somewhere that I can just jot my thoughts down and keep them in a safe space where I can really commune with God in my prayer time. Here's the other thing. One of my favorite characters in the Bible is David. David was cray-cray. David was all over the place. He loved God, he questioned God. He worshiped, he celebrated, but he was just all over the place, right? I think we find ourselves like that sometimes. So when you find yourself needing a safe space, this journal will help you write it down. The Bible even says, write the vision and make it plain. This journal will help you do that. Me, Myself, and God by Dominique Danielle. It's available on Amazon.com.
Let me close it out right here. Last question, and then we're gonna go to this other part. Where do you see the producer's role going in the next 5 years? From where we are now, 5 years from now, because it's changed. Of course, we've all talked about that 5 years ago is even different than what it is now. In the next 5 years, where do y'all see it?
I mean, honestly, man, like if you're a producer and you're not growing and understanding the landscape of where technology is going, it's over with for you. For real.
You only work about 5 years. You lost now.
you lost right now. I mean, I got people sending me AI beats. I mean, it's just random people now. Anybody can do music now. Yeah, literally. Anybody can do music now. I mean, Bo can go in his car right now on his phone and do a record and be like, Elvis, this is crazy. But here's the thing, though, about AI, what people don't really understand is when you hear those songs and you break them down, it's just frequencies. They don't even make any sense. They don't even make any sense. If you guys have ever took a song from an AI created song and stemmed it out, it sounds like just air. It sounds like nothing. And you have to take bits and pieces of that to make it make sense, right?
You still gotta know what you're doing.
Still gotta know what you're doing. So it's like, it's really a mind and a mental thing that if you know, like, if you don't understand what's happening, because music is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Music is emotional. It's an energy, right? I tell people all the time, if you look at all of our biggest artists, Beyonce, R. Kelly, you know,
Chris Brown,
even Michael, all of them embodied some type of energy that was here before them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And so when you look at Usher, Chris, Neo, several of the artists, the energy they embodied was Michael. Well, what Michael got that energy from? From Chuck Berry, from James Brown, Sammy Davis. You see what I'm saying? So those type of energies been lingering
for
around
years,
for decades. You know, Diana Ross, Donna Summers, like all that type of energy, right? And so as a producer, I started understanding that a long time ago. And now that technology has, you know, became like so advanced, it's like, man, like, you know, like anybody can make music. They can prompt it. They can prompt what they want to sound, what they want a song to sound like, literally. But what you're gonna miss is the soul. What you're gonna miss is the sonics and what you're gonna miss is the emotion that's gonna penetrate somebody to invoke an emotion. I can hear a song now and tell you it's AI.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just
Really?
about to say that. I can tell too.
Out the gate.
100%.
Out the gate.
Out the gate. I can
100%.
tell you it's AI.
Easy
work.
Easy.
Yeah, whatever they funnel would do when they export it, I can tell a mile away that's AI for
It's
sure.
AI.
5 years from now, where do you see producers?
Ah, man. He kind of answered. I really don't know, man. I think I really feel bad for like a lot of the guys that's coming up during this time who are really talented or who are like us, and I'm like generation under you guys and looked up to y'all, and like I really I feel bad for the guys that's coming up because I don't know. I just know that
Just said they in the shitter, man.
yeah. We gotta keep working.
It's over.
We gotta keep working.
Oh, yeah.
Ronnie.
I can't wait to hear this.
I feel safe.
That was selfish.
I ain't say you, Ronnie.
I feel safe.
I said, what about producers?
I'm gonna make it go
Okay.
to everybody.
Okay,
I
good.
feel safe.
Okay.
And why I feel safe, and I'm gonna give the message to everybody else. You said where producers are going. That's the key word. If you're a producer,
well, right.
you're safe.
Yeah, for sure.
Why? Because the producer helps develop the artist. The producer develops the product, the finishing product, the content, the putting every together. If you're a beat maker, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Producers
there's a difference.
are safe.
Yeah.
So I'm safe.
Toes get
sure.
Jazze is safe.
Yeah.
Blac Elvis is safe.
Yeah.
We're
In the
safe.
storm.
So I feel it's really time for people to jump in the bag of producing and developing,
And not just being a beat maker.
and not just being a beat maker. Because if you're a beat maker, AI can make a beat, but AI can't develop an artist. The AI can't put it together and groom an artist to be a superstar.
Like producers have become A&R directors.
Right.
They down
Listen.
to every aspect of the artist, like building them.
Period.
The
Like
mix,
I don't
everything.
even really know what an A&R is no more.
I know.
Like,
We really real
Yeah.
A&Rs.
But
We
yeah.
the A&Rs for real. And you
Yeah.
think about it, bro. A producer, we had to sell records, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
We didn't just do a beat and put it on an artist. We did that beat and be like, hey, if you don't do this, you it's gonna be on the radio tomorrow on somebody else. We had to be arrogant.
100%. I've seen all y'all jokers
Bro,
do that.
we are
Oh my God.
we are 1% of the music game.
Right.
We're a part of 1%, 2% of the music game tops. Because when they came to us, okay, say Ideal, a group like Ideal, from Texas, a group. When they come to us, they already got 12 songs that they're using.
Correct.
So we got to be marksmen. We got to be hitmen.
Yes.
and
Literal hitmen.
Jazze.
So what a hitman do? You got him?
Yeah.
Got him.
I got
him. Right between the eyes. Right between the eyes. Just like the boss said.
Yeah. Deliver.
Right. I got to deliver.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we don't.
yeah.
I
I started
don't make a lot of
listening.
album
12
hits. Yeah.
records. What do you need?
That one.
One.
I started making that my thing, right?
Yeah. you
I
gotta
don't
make it
even
work.
want to work with you until your album is done.
Right.
Right. Because you do fumbling.
You,
Right.
because if you done with the album, you
100%.
almost
We
there,
want the pressure.
and
Absolutely.
you ain't got no single.
That's what it is, Ronnie. That's crazy y'all said that.
want the pressure.
Producers like y'all, especially y'all,
Oof, we want the pressure.
y'all want to take the last shot.
The last shot.
It's like, I want the ball with 3 seconds to go.
For sure.
Game 7 in the NBA Finals.
100%.
Give me the ball.
When I hear your 1, 2, 3 top records, 4 records that you got, I'm gonna put all that in content. I'm gonna say, okay, you talk about cars, clothes, such. I need the best cars, clothes, the representation of you. You know what I'm saying? How can I wrap all of that up
Into
in
one smash.
and get you ready for the rest of this project?
For sure.
Let me tell you how cold we was.
And make it so good to whereas you can't just get one.
You
gotta come back, get some
and
more.
You gotta run the bag.
You need one to go with that one.
Start knocking
It's gonna
stuff
be
off.
off balance.
For
Then
sure.
it's gonna be like this.
Let me tell you how cold we was. And we are. Let me tell you how cold we are.
Oh yeah, still.
Let me tell you something. Promise, right? Promise, we did Promise at 7 o'clock in the morning. We're in LA, me and Polo. We at Chalice, I believe, or somewhere, wherever we was.
Right.
We had not one lyric on that record. We had 3 sounds. Dun 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 dun, and the drum. Do do do. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
We call Ethiopia 7 o'clock in the morning. Hey, we got Ciara first single. Not one lyric on that song.
Y'all knew it.
It was actually
We
the second
knew
single though.
it was second. Yeah,
I had the first single.
yeah. Jazze got the first single.
Make that clear.
But we got the BET special.
That was really the commercial
Yeah.
single.
That
was the commercial single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how in tune we were, bro. That's how crazy we knew. We ain't got to have no lyrics on it. We just knew the emotion and the feeling that was finna change the world.
Yeah.
We changed the music. We changed the sound of music,
Hey,
bro.
the crazy thing about like that project was me and Ciara had differences at the time.
Okay.
She was really ready not to put me on the album. You know what I'm saying? Because I only had one song in the whole album, but it ended up being the first single. Now what happened was they were working on Step Up, the soundtrack.
Yep.
Now the Step Up soundtrack, me and Ciara was just coming off of a 6 million worldwide album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We done sold 6 million records, bro. You know what I mean? So you ready? You talking? We talk about 6 million records for $9.99.
Exactly.
I ain't talking about no.
Do
scream.
the math.
I ain't talking about no scream shout. I ain't no more screaming. I'm talking about it's $9.99. Which each single was no less than platinum.
Yes.
You know, each single, we had 4 singles. So think about this. So I'm going into the second album. We had some differences because when she dropped her album, she just wanted to be in control. She wanted to be in control. So I began to work on Janet Jackson. Janet said, "Man, I want you to do a record." So I wrote a record. I said, "Ooh. The way I'm feeling me, I'm feeling you. I'm gonna keep it cool. Feel it in the beat. Do those things to me.
Yes.
Don't let nothing stop you. Move." That was Janet. I wrote that for Janet.
Wow.
You wrote that for Janet?
Yes, I did. I wrote it for Janet.
Yes, sir.
Cece went to go, and she was working with B Major. She's working with all these different people. And everybody running back to me because they like, we're doing Cece. We want Uncle Jazze to hear the records that we're doing, even though we're not working with Jazze. So I'm hearing the records. I'm like, oh, what's going on? So finally, the powers that be catch up with me. We've been trying to find you. Bro, nobody called you. I was like, nobody called what? We're working on this Step Up soundtrack. We got $1 million. 5 for you and 5 for Ciara. If you guys could come up with the the record. I was like, what? All right.
That ain't the gospel budget.
It ain't no gospel budget.
That's
No
a
gospel
movie.
budget.
On the screen. That's playing in the trailer. That's everything.
Everything.
So my manager called me. I act like I didn't hear the conversation. So Noonie called me and said, "Hey man, where that Janet Jackson record that you got?" He said, "Take that record and go to the studio and meet CC." I'm like,
So many times.
That's so crazy.
so we went up there and we
God.
we did that record.
So
Got that million.
Got that million. So I want to put a bow in this conversation, and then we're going to take the rest of this to Patreon, and I'm going to hold y'all for another 15 minutes or whatever. This was incredible, bro. Like, I hope that our audience, first of all, I know our audience is going to be, like, blown away. I had a legendary conversation with legendary producers, and you got to go over to Patreon because now we're about to go through the songs. Y'all, like, sometimes, again, like, have y'all really connected who these guys are? We about to connect this thing on Patreon, so meet me over there. It's about to be crazy. I want to thank Blac Elvis, Keyz, Lil Ronnie, Jazze Pha for being on the Isaac Carree Show. Y'all make some noise one time for the Producers Roundtable. What's up, family? If you're looking for a full-service entertainment agency with 13 years of professional business experience that handles live production, event planning, business coordinating, it's a one-stop shop. It does everything. You want to go to HannonEntAgency.com. It's my producer, Bo. He'll get you right. Hannon Entertainment. Let's go. Now, I've seen a lot of creative talent, but what sets Chase Media apart is leadership behind the creativity. Chase doesn't just make things look good. He builds systems that make creativity sustainable. through creative consulting, video editing, production direction, team training, visual branding, and musical production. He helps organizations move from scattered ideas to clear execution. Check it. If your vision is strong, but your structure isn't, he brings alignment. If your team has potential but lacks direction, he brings leadership. Chase Media doesn't just elevate your content, it elevates your culture. If you're serious, and I mean really serious about growth, that's who to call. He did it for me, and I know he can do it for you. Check out the lower third for all the ways to connect with Chase Media. ICS family, what's going on? Listen, it's season 2 of the Isaac Carree Show, and if you are already a member of our family, I want to say thank you so much. But this season, I'm doing a clarion call for new Patreon members. Come and join this ICS family. Y'all will see the foolishness like this on here. How we set up.
Sit down.
Oh my God. How we set up. The mic moments, the clowning, all the things that we do to make this show so amazing. We want to give you BTS behind the scenes so that you can enjoy, you can laugh, you can do all that. The stories we have this year is going to be absolutely amazing. So right now, go. Don't wait. Go now. The Isaac Carree Show on Patreon. Sign up, become a member of our ICS family. Thank you in advance. It's season 2 of the Isaac Carree Show. Don't you ever do no stupid mess like that again.